I would have despaired unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. So how many know David was crying out, God, we've got to see your goodness in the land that I live. I don't think there's anybody in this room, and those of you that are watching, where you would say, oh, well, I don't feel that way. How many of you have had some kind of challenge? The last 4 years, you know somebody, or just the conditions of what we face. We need the goodness of God. And so I believe, like David, that we're going to see the goodness of the Lord. And we're going to see His mercy come at a time that we really need it in the United States. And something happened to me last Sunday. It was in the second service. I know most of you go to the first service, but how many of you, you at least caught what happened in the second service? Was that not powerful? There was a powerful presence that came where I believe the Lord Himself walked in here. You say, well, how do I know? I was kneeling down here and I was praying, and we were all praying together, and God was in the place. And it was kind of an interesting moment because I felt for a second like I was all alone. And I knew it wasn't just that that's not really what I believe, nor was it really what was happening, but I felt like maybe it represented a principle that God was wanting us to understand, or maybe a position that we all are at. And it was this, we felt alone, and I felt like it represented you. It represented you that are in your living room right now, and maybe you felt all alone, like, God, come on, we need you to do something. It seems like evil is prevailing, darkness is increasing. And as I was kneeling down right here in that moment, and I remember saying to the Lord, Lord, I feel all alone. I looked up and I caught a glimpse of vision, and I know it was the Lord, and He was putting His hand out towards me, and He was like stilling me. You ever had to do that with your dogs? I had to do that with 3 German Shepherds and now a little Shih Tzu. And I have to shh, hush, still them. And He was reassuring me on behalf of not only me, but also behalf of you. And He walked forward and got it right about here, and the Lord turned around. And when He did that, He said, it's my turn. And what He was saying to us, as I interpret it, is all of us have been at a point where He's taken us and this country as far as we can go. Doesn't mean we don't keep standing, praying, fasting, fighting, voting. It just means there comes a point when it comes to God that if you do certain things, it triggers Him to respond. It triggers Him to act.